sound that good. Still a bit rough. That's better, we'll have some of that. Right then, so it runs properly now, but before we test drive it or do anything, we've still got brakes to do and we've still got some engine servicing to do, and the headlights don't work properly. So we're going to take apart the front end. So there's a slam panel here. I've never done one of these before. I had an Audi GT coupe many years ago, but I should put a gearbox in. But we'll work out how to get off the front slam panel, the headlights, and we'll take the rad out and take there's no gas in the air, it's not cold, so we'll take that off, and the bumper, and we'll strip out the whole front end, and we'll replace, service, fix anything we need to do. So I guess this is, I don't know what, probably video number 4 on Saka. Is that, yeah? 3 I haven't done yet, but you'll see this is number 4, maybe 5, but probably 4. A bit funny because the first one we did was like 1,000 views, and then the second one we did was like 200 views. I don't know whether this is interesting people or not, but we're going to carry on. Screw YouTube, screw the algorithm, we're building a car. Bye! Foot down here, and I thought, oh yippee, somebody's put a urethane engine mount on it. The trouble is the urethane engine mounts out here is, I just touched it and literally it collapsed. That is an engine mount. Well, that is just sick. You can't even get a piece of it without it just... Right, so front engine mount apparently is fully floating. Look at that, Jesus Christ. I just can't do engine mounts in Thailand. I did not engine mounts, urethane mounts. I had on my Mark 1 Capri and literally parked it only for a few months. I went to get it out, pull it out of the shed, and there was a funny sort of rattle on the rear end, and all the bushes had dropped out the shackles on the leaf springs. Ridiculous. And then I had Mark 2 Escort, parked again for a couple of months, went up round the block, went round our favourite corner, our Sierra Court. Well, every car breaks down on that corner, and it just collapsed. Where the anti-roll bar goes into the traction control arm, it just fell out. So there's just something either with the quality of the bushes out here, and I don't think it is that, because most of them are imported either from Australia or the UK or Germany, or it's just the atmosphere. They can't handle it. The humidity, the heat, whatever, they disintegrate. So I tend to then get them machined out of nylon or acetyl resin, POM. So I think that's a candidate for that one. We'll put a solid plastic bush on there, yep, rather than spend millions of baht, hundreds of dollars on post and tax and this, that and the other. So we've just pulled these off. We're not sure what these lines are from, other than the engine. They come sort of from the engine, but there's no oil coming out of them. Don't know why, which is okay because they're not leaking, but yeah, we need to work out what they're doing. We're finding all sorts of broken vacuum hoses and dodgy wiring and. So anyway, rad's nearly out, and we'll work through these things one by one. Now back to time lapse. Welcome back. You're going to see what shite comes out of our engine pod. It's not absolutely nothing. Try that, see what happens. Clean most of it off. There's a lot of sort of like, it's not really degraded it, it's definitely cleaned it. It's open now. It's open now. Right, so we're going to flush the engine out, this, that and the other. Hopefully that's half an hour edited into about 2 seconds, because it's a very interesting movie. I tried clouting that like left hand thread to get it off, but I believe we can actually get the serpent belt off. I have notes from a guy from an Audi web that says you can get the serpent belt off without removing the viscous coupling. So the next thing to do is to use the 17mm spanner on the serpent belt tensioner, lock that there like that, and then without losing our fingers we can pull that off. So I've just got to run off and do something. Somebody's going to take a photograph of that, so you can always try and remember, but it's just so easy, just take a photograph and go, ah, that's how it went, because sometimes it's weeks later and you forget. But yeah, right, we're going to time lapse. Well, we just did the crank pulley and it was on time lapse. I thought it was on normal video, but basically with a bit of perseverance, I could actually see the letters on the socket just moving ever so slightly. So that gave me a bit of hope to, you know, that it was going to come off. But anyway, it has come off. It's going up. So that's a crank bolt done. Not sure how we're going to do it up yet. Probably the same way as we took it off. You're supposed to lock it, go up to about 180 Newton meters, and then another 180 degrees with a new bolt. And we're probably going to do none of that. Alright, so I've removed the power steering pump, unbolted the alternator, then removed the power steering pump, and I cracked off the 2 bolts for the water pump, and I've just cracked off the tensioner bolts. We've got a new tensioner put on, that's already cracked off. That was tight, these weren't actually particularly tight. This is the bit where somebody comes along and winds the engine over, and that's the end of your engine. That's already loose. It does feel a bit. I'll have to compare it with the new one. It feels alright, but you're changing a belt, you may as well do the idler as well. I'll put that there for now. What I'm going to do is just going to drop that down like that for now. The water pump's already leaking water. Now we'll crack these off, so hopefully it's not going to be tight in there. Ooh, there we go. Well, that came off very easily. There's the thermostat. So, what does it use? Is it a gasket?
Looks like silicon.
It looks like nothing. So what is an O-ring groove? There doesn't seem to be an O-ring groove. This is silicon for sure. There's a plastic rotor on there. Nothing against plastic rotors, but that one's metal rotor. Seems to be too khaki in there, but I'm going to have to clean all this up. But there doesn't seem to be an O-ring. You look at the back of that one. There's a thing there, isn't there? I need to find something and dig at that. Well, that's hard. I don't know what it is. It's got to be a seal. Right. We gave the so we got the crank pulley off yesterday with the old rattle gun here. This is supposed to be something ridiculous, like a lot of Newton meters. I don't know, lots. 600 Newton meters or something. 680 Newton meters, and this worked on the crank pulley, which is really tight. And then the battery was nearly out, and we tried to do these, and we couldn't get them off. So, right, that's one. Was that the one you got yesterday?
No.
And we're ahead of what we was yesterday. Okay, we're actually getting somewhere, but these are mega tight, well tighter than it should be. That's the one you got yesterday. That's 4, and this one will never come out. Walls away, innit? You get 4 of them, the 5th one never comes off. Digest. So, revealing what you look like drum brakes on the front. Will you piss off with your ice creams? These are not actually drum brakes. These are the world famous Audi UFO brakes. This is a disc with an inboard caliper. And they did these crazy things so you could get bigger. Oh, and they're all worn as well. That's a problem. Jesus. Oh, we're in trouble here. So you've got like a pad running on the outside. And yeah, the sort of the wrist disc is supported all the way around here and then in like that, and then there's no centre to it. But from what I see, we've got a problem. And we can see what these shocks are as well. Oh no. Some chai specials. Oh dear. Well, they may be alright. The bellows have gone. Right. Okay. That'll do for now.